episode of Technology for All Academy Maths program. If you missed previous episodes, make sure to catch them on our YouTube channel, which is Technology for All Academy, with 4 as a number, not FOR. In today's episode, we'll be focusing on characteristics or properties of hyperbola. My name is Tabama. I'm your tutor and the founder of Technology for All Academy. Let's start first with the equation for hyperbola. Our equation is y is equal to a over x minus p plus q. In our equation, we can already note some of the stuff. For example, just like in quadratic equations, where a gave us the direction of the shape, meaning the shape is facing upwards or downwards. The same thing applies with the hyperbola. A gives us the direction or the quadrant where our graph will be plotted. If A is positive, our graph will be in first quadrant and third quadrant. I make this positive because of what? On our y-axis, the upper side is positive and the lower side is negative. And then on our x-axis, the right side is positive and the left side is negative. So positive by positives give us a positive. And the third quadrant, negative by a negative gives us a positive. And if our A is negative, our graph will be in our second part and fourth part. Because of what? Positive by negative gives us negative, and positive by negative gives us a negative. Another thing that we also get from the equation is our asymptotes. Our P and our Q represent our asymptotes. Our vertical asymptote is x is equal to p, which is going to be x minus p is equal to 0, and then therefore x is equal to p. And our horizontal asymptote is y is equal to q. And remember that asymptotes are not points like your x-axis or your y-intercept or your x-intercept. Asymptote, the equation of asymptote is equation of a line. It's a vertical line or a horizontal line passing at that number. Meaning we have a vertical, for example, let's say it's p. We have a vertical line passing at p, and we have a horizontal line passing at q. And again, our asymptotes, they do play part in the manipulation of our graph. For example, here in the graph that we have, here, we have y is equal to 1 over x, where we have our positive a. That's why the graph is in first and third part. So if we introduce p, okay, before I can carry on with it, our p moves the graph left or right. If it's positive, it's going to move the graph to the right, and if it's negative, it's going to move the graph to the left. And our q moves the graph up or down, and if it's positive, it moves the graphs up. If it's negative, it moves the graphs down. So if we introduce x, let's say we say it's 1 over x plus 1, meaning we're going to have what? X is equal to minus 1. Our vertical asymptote will be at minus y. So the graph will shift to the left. And if we introduce q, for example, we also introduce 1 again, our graph will go 1 unit up. That's how they affect the graph. And we also have our domain and our range. In case of our hyperbola, we say x is an element of real number and x is not equal to p. Why are we saying x is not equal to p and x is an element of real number? Because our x goes all the way to infinity, both sides. It doesn't stop anywhere or it doesn't turn anywhere, like in the case of our quadratic functions, where our range we have where it starts or where it ends. Because of what? That's where it ends. In this instance, it goes all the way, and then we are saying it's not equal to p. Why are we saying it's not equal to p? Because p is our vertical asymptote, and our graph must not touch the asymptotes. If your graph, maybe you draw your graph and then you touch you make your graph to touch the asymptote, then your graph is wrong. It must not touch the asymptote. So that's why we say it's not, and x is not equal to p. And in the case of the range, we say y is not equal to q. Y is an element of real number and y is not equal to q. Or you can also write it in this form. X is an element of minus infinity to p union p to infinity. And range, y is an element of minus infinity to q union q to infinity. Those are the properties or the characteristics of hyperbola. When you get equations and you know those characteristics, it's easy for you to answer the question, because the first thing you will do when you get a question, when you look at your equation, the first thing you can identify your a. And if you see your a is positive, you already know first part, third part. If it's negative, second part, fourth part. And you know your p and q are your asymptotes. So what's left, maybe if they say plot a graph, what's left for you to do is to get your y-intercept and your x-intercept so that you can plot the graph. I hope this was informative, and I hope you really enjoyed and gained some knowledge. Please be sure to subscribe and to follow us on YouTube. And also leave comments so that we can learn or correct our mistakes where we have our mistakes. We are still young in this game, but we are hoping to grow in the future. And we are still trying to find our feet in this industry. Have a blessed day and enjoy your day. Thank you.